Greetings and welcome to another edition of The Great Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Well, here it is another Wednesday, and this week we have a very serious topic for you, and that is heart attacks. Now, I had an experience very serious this week. I was having chest pains, and they were severe stabbing, sharp chest pains right here and near my heart. And I was very worried, very concerned. And I was so concerned. I was having the pain all day. I was so concerned I finally went to the hospital. And they ran a whole battery of tests on me. They did an EKG as soon as I stopped in. They ran all sorts of tests. They tested my blood for enzymes that would show stress on the heart. And a long story short, I'll tell you what happened. I was not having a heart attack. They diagnosed me with costochondritis, which is an inflammation of the ribs near the heart. There's ribs near the heart, and the connective tissue between the ribs gets inflamed, and it causes sharp chest pain. And boy, was I relieved that I wasn't having a heart attack. I was so relieved. But the experience of almost thinking I was having a heart attack reminded me how important it is to eat vegan. I apologize for saying vegan. I know that's wrong now. I didn't know it before, but I know that you guys have been using vegan all along. And so now I know. So now from now on, I'll use vegan. So I'm sorry if I offended anyone. I apologize. And so vegan eating is more important than ever because you avoid things like heart attacks and stroke and cancer and all sorts of bad things, all sorts of bad health conditions you avoid by going vegan. And this point was driven home to me. This point of eating vegan was driven home to me by this experience of having costochondritis. I was sure that I was having a heart attack. I didn't know for certain, but I really strongly suspected that it could be a heart attack, and I was very worried about myself. I was very worried. And so I'm glad I wasn't having a heart attack and that everything was all right. But it reminded me that I need to eat vegan to avoid a heart attack. Now, I just wanted to say that I have a family history of heart attacks. My grandfather had a heart attack. My grandmother had a heart attack. My grandmother had colon cancer. Her sister had colon cancer. So it's all prevalent in my family. There's a history of colon cancer and heart attack in my family, and it makes you think. It makes you think every day that you don't want that to happen to you. You don't want the same thing to happen to you. You don't want to get a colon cancer, and you don't want to get a heart attack. So eating vegan is one of the ways to avoid having a heart attack or colon cancer or any of these other conditions, because it's been proven that red meat causes colon cancer. Red meat and colon cancer causes colon cancer, and it's been proven. Colon cancer and heart attacks. My grandfather died when he was 58. He was a very young man. He died of a heart attack. There was no one around. There were no cell phones in those days. And he was found with a picture of his wife in his hand. He had taken out her picture and was looking at it, and it was very tragic the way he died. And I just feel so strongly about this that if he had eaten vegan, maybe he could have avoided having a heart attack. So maybe I would have gotten to meet him, but I didn't. So again, vegan eating, so important for avoiding these health problems that come with meat and dairy. And, fish isn't that great for you. They say fish is so healthy, but it's really not that great for you. Fish meat does not contain a lot of DHA. It does not contain a lot of omega-3s. Most of that is found in the fat of the fish. And the fish has cholesterol just like chicken does. And it's got saturated fat too. So fish isn't as great for you as they say it is. Chicken, obviously high in cholesterol, not the best choice for a meal. And it's got more saturated fat than you would think, even the white meat. So all of these animal foods can cause a heart attack. They can lead to a heart attack. And so avoiding these animal foods is so important, so important. And this lesson was driven home to me by this fake heart attack. It was warning me I could have a real heart attack if I don't watch what I eat. And so to me, vegan eating is more important than ever. It's more important than ever to be a vegan. I'm never going to get used to saying vegan. I'm so used to saying vegan. I'm never going to get used to saying vegan, but I'm going to try. So it's more important than ever to eat vegan in our day and age because of the environment. And I know there's a documentary called Racing Extinction, and so we're in a race against time, against our own extinction, and we could go extinct if we don't cut out the animal foods. So just a heads up, warning you that there's more reasons than ever to go vegan. So that's it. That's the story. Vegan eating, more important than ever. We could face our own personal extinction in the form of early death if we don't cut out animal foods, because a lot of us have a genetic predisposition. I have a genetic predisposition. My family is very strong toward heart attack, stroke, and colon cancer. I have a history of all three in my family. And so I have to watch out. And also uterine cancer. So there's all sorts of cancers and heart attacks and strokes in my family. So I have to watch it. I have to watch what I eat. And eating vegan is one way to do this. It's a healthy way of eating, and it helps to prevent cancer and heart attack and stroke and all of the nasty cardiovascular diseases that go along with that. Just very important to eat vegan for our own sakes, for our own health, but also for the environment and also for the animals. Very important. I'm Sarah Jane Alpha Wolf, signing off. Have a terrific week, and think about it. Think about your family history. I would like to make just a brief correction. I made a mistake. I said that my grandfather was found dead with his wife's picture in his hands. It wasn't his wife's picture. It was his brother's death notice. His brother died before he did, and he had his brother's death notice in his hands and was looking at it when he died. Even more tragic. Even a greater tragedy than the one that I detailed in the video.